Yeah, here we are with final regular season weekend of the season here, and senior weekend, exciting weekend for our seniors, and playing at home here in the last two games of the regular season, and looking forward to an exciting weekend on the ice.
How big is it to get home ice for the playoffs?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, for the most part, majority of the time, we've had that and had great success in doing it. A couple times we had to go on the road. One time I think we went to Denver and lost, and one time we went to Omaha and won. And I think you always kind of, when you go on the road, it's a situation where you don't have your fans, you don't have kind of the place where you practice and play the majority of the year, and at the end of the day, it's vital, it's important, and it means a lot to us.
Is it odd not seeing them all year until the final weekend?
Yeah, no, and again, especially like I said earlier, when they're your travel partner, when we had an 8-team league and now we're 9, it was guaranteed we played them twice there, twice here, and for whatever reason, unbalanced schedule and only playing twice, and it happens to be the last games of the season. It's kind of different, but there's a lot of familiarity. Like we know the way they play and their personnel, and likewise them as us. And it's a situation here where it's going to be a very competitive weekend here, and a lot on the line for both teams. And again, a situation here where we're at home, and so we consider this two playoff games here at home this weekend, even though that we're a week ahead of the real playoffs. This is the playoffs for us.
What jumps out to you about Omaha?
Yeah, they're a fast team. They're a team that transitions well. They have very good goaltending in Simon Lacosi, and at the end of the day, it's a situation where they've been tight games. Over the course of the last few years here. Whether it's in their building or our building, they've been really tight games, and we don't expect anything less than that. So again, it's going to be fighting for all the open ice that we can here, and making sure that we play the way we have to, and we've been playing very consistent over the last 8 to 10 games.
What's senior weekend going to be like for, especially for the 4 North Dakotans? You have 3 Grand Forks kids and then Camberg out there. What's that like to see those guys go through their careers here? Yeah,
it's well, again, you think about the 4-year career that they had and how fast it went. Not only for them, but everybody. It goes pretty quick. 4 years. When you consider them coming in their freshman year and growing exponentially year to year, but for those 3 guys, 4 in particular, when you talk about Camberg, the affiliation that they had to our program way before they stepped on campus their freshman year is a big deal. Those kids lived and died on trying to play at North Dakota. They fulfilled their dream of working hard to do that, earning the way into our locker room, and then making an impact, a huge impact within our group. And 3 of the guys played here 4 years. Camberg played 2 years, and at the end of the day, they've accomplished a lot of things, and a lot of those guys have bright futures within hockey, and even not in hockey. They're outstanding young men that have great character, that are going to be successful in whatever they do in life.
How about Jake Schmaltz? Obviously, his family had a history here too. A little bit different style player than his cousins, but thoughts on what he's done here and brought to the team?
Yeah, well, when you say Jake, I consider him being a local guy, just because of, his 2 cousins that played here, hanging around the rink when they played here, being a young guy, and he has kind of the affiliation that a lot of our local and regional players have of always wanting to play here, and obviously having that, his dad play football here at North Dakota, and having that tie as well. So yeah, it's almost a sad day, but at the end of the day, there were a lot of really good memories, and there's going to continue to be more.
What has Jake brought to the ice this season?
Consistency, stability, leadership. In a kind of an inconsistent year in a lot of different ways through injuries and play and different things like that, he was a rock the whole year here, and I think it's a true testament to who he is, and again, leadership's a big thing of making sure that you lead from the front, and that's what he did. It did through the whole year, and he continues to do, and I think it's whatever you ask of him to do, whether it's 5-on-5 PK and even power play of providing a role that we ask him to play, and he does it very, very well, consistently, game in and game out, and each and every practice.
Could Jaden and Dane play this weekend? Or?
Absolutely. Yep, they both practice full today on Wednesday. We'll have another full practice tomorrow, but they were cleared to go. They were in practice yesterday, and after practice, they gave them the full clearance to go today, and they had really good practices, and we plan on playing them this weekend.
How about EJ? What's his status?
Out for the weekend. Out for the weekend.
What extra layer does it add to your team by having Jaden and Dane back at this point of the season?
Yeah, obviously great depth. With Jaden, that offensive element. A guy that's dangerous on the ice. Whether it's 5-on-5 or power play. A guy that brings that experience and that offensive ability. And then with Dane Montgomery, just a guy that's versatile, can play forward or D. Just a guy that's calm under pressure. A guy that's a true leader in the locker room. That has a strong voice. Obviously when there was a lot of injuries going on to our captaincy group, and through long-term injuries, we appointed him to wear a letter, and he's done a really good job. And he's battled some injuries too this year. At the end of the day, but he's pretty resilient in what he does on and off the ice, and again, that's going to be a very valued part of us going forward here.
Say it has to make it tough for you guys with so many other guys playing so well right now.
Yeah, 100% it does. Yeah, for sure. And I think it's a situation where that's, it is what it is right now. I mean, we were on the other end of it where we barely could put a lineup together, and now we have extra guys. And I think I firmly believe guys know that, it's a healthy environment. It creates competition, and guys are team first, that they know exactly they got to be ready and when and if they're in the lineup.